Chicago residents may be receiving knocks on their doors they weren't expecting.
So one of the things they've done is they've established a heat list where they've used their database and gone through and analyzed their database to find out who's the most likely people to be shooters or get shot based on their past history, where they live, who they affiliate with. And then they've actually gone out to these like 400 or so people and kind of knocked on their doors and said, hey, the police, we have you on our heat list. We're going to be watching you because we think there's a high likelihood that you could shoot somebody or be shot.
Here's what happens. An officer shows up at your house, tells you you've made the list, and warns you about the legal consequences if you carry out the crime you're expected to commit. During their visit, police also let you know that they could be watching you from one of Chicago's thousands of surveillance cameras.
And so it has all their information about, their basic background, demographics, like things like tattoos, who they affiliate with, but it has all their pictures and mugshots. So they have this huge database already.
Predictive policing isn't exactly a new concept.
A small number of individuals can be responsible and tied to webs of violence, and so looking and trying to identify who some of those individuals may be.
Chicago's list compiles names based on things other than criminal record. They factor in things such as where you live, who you know, and who you're related to.
The David Kennedy approach really is an offshoot of the George Kelling's broken window theory. You harass people for minor level offenses like misdemeanors, jaywalking, spitting on the streets, breaking a window, and with the hopes that that would deter a person from committing a higher level crime.
Some individuals might want to know how they ended up on the list if they've done nothing wrong. But Chicago police are slamming the door on that question.
And police don't always get it right. In fact, one man on the list used to work for Hardman at Ceasefire, an anti-violence organization.
Now, little Jetty Williams, a.k.a. Bo Diddley, he was the kind of guy that you definitely wanted to work for you because he knew all the guys in the community on the west side, and they would listen to him, so you needed him on your side. He would go over there, next thing you know, you got 100 people on the block with him, and they talking about everything, and they stopped the killing on the front end. So what the police were doing, trying to use that against him, saying that he still had influence.
After reaching out to the city of Chicago multiple times, they won't explain the efficacy of this program or whether or not it's been working.
Right now, the way the current process is that you just essentially have to trust the police. And we'd like to have some processes put in place to make sure that the cameras are being used in an effective manner.
Trust them in a community where the relationship between police and citizens is already fragile. In Chicago, Nikki McGee, Medill reports.